This is Shaun Sport in podcast form.
The third test gets underway today between Australia and India. I'm going to give it a go. I know not many people are interested. Right now, Nathan's just putting in a food order for later on.
Just sending an email to Zach.
Just putting in his tuck shop order. Having a pie.
One wagon wheel,
What do you
or
have?
a sausage roll with sauce.
A juice box.
What are you talking about? What are you
Cricket.
talking about?
No, go back to you. I'm going to give it a go. Steve Smith at the helm, and he has got some gumption, I reckon, Steve Smith. He's always been able to perform under pressure. Now that he's leading the team and he performed so poorly in his second dig, in the second test, I'm sure that we're going to see something out of him. I don't think it's going to be good enough for the winning team, but at least I'm sure there'll be some shining lights along the way.
Have they named the team yet? Who's in for coming?
No, they're going to wait a couple of hours, but Mitchell Starc comes straight back in. And then our mate Greeny will come back in with his $3.2 million.
Oh, that's right.
3.14,
Still
yep.
no clue on how to spend it.
No, wouldn't have a clue.
He's had a bit of downtime to think about it. You think maybe now
come
he's
on,
got
that
ideas.
doesn't
does
sit
sit with you
me.
well. Yeah,
it should
absolutely.
be taken off him.
No, 100%. Hey, there's a lot of footy going around the last couple of days. We didn't get to it yesterday, but I was watching a guy called Jason Castagna, Nath. Now, he's a three-time premiership player. Now
And was on Seinfeld.
He was on Seinfeld. 26 years of age, and he retired 2 days ago. He retired, just got up in front of the group and retired. And
Retired because he had no options. Retired because he was injured.
really hates pre-season training.
Here's his reason why.
I basically just kind of told him that, I've lost my love for the game a bit, and I think now's the right time to make the call as opposed to just continuing on through the season and not doing it 100%. So, I let them know that, and I feel a lot better for it.
He's 26.
26.
He feels like that he didn't have the passion to be able to give 100% to the team.
So step
So he
aside
just
and let
stepped
somebody
aside.
else who does.
26.
You've got to respect
You
that,
do,
though.
because
Yeah.
everyone
that
thinks about it as
strange.
amazing, and
Yes.
but like when you finally get to do your dream, maybe it's not your dream.
Yeah.
I understand if there's a mental health issue, but the way he was talking and no one ever
sometimes you're
referenced
just
that.
done, though.
And he was like, done.
Sometimes you're just done.
I know, but you can never play again. You can never play again.
But he doesn't want to,
that's the
clearly.
thing. He doesn't want
What do you
to.
mean? So what do you mean you can never play again? So if you're retired,
Well,
you're
you
not
always
allowed to
make.
play
I
again.
mean, sometimes, and I understand that some, three-time premiership player. So
He's achieved a lot.
They say when your belly's full, you don't have the motivation to get off the couch and chase the bloody gazelle down the street. That type of scenario. So I can see that, but you never can. You're 26 years of age. When he's 32 or 34,
his playing
it's
window
like,
is about another 5 years.
that would have been good fun.
But you know what as well, though? Say when he hits your age, he probably won't be stretching, crying because he's in pain every
That's
5
right.
seconds.
There's that.
So maybe he's playing the long game.
Well, there is that. There is
And
that.
do you want to do a job for another 5 or 6 years that you're not enjoying? Like you're really not enjoying, and you've got a choice.
I mean, look at us here.
We don't have a choice.
You
That's
really
the difference.
don't have a
Nobody else
choice.
wants it.
School fees and mortgage says I'll be around for a while.
Yeah, clearly he doesn't have kids at private school.
I hope that in time, maybe it's a year off, that he comes back refreshed and plays again, because I think that
Maybe
he
he just
played the
wants-
game. He played the
Maybe
game
he
for a
wants to
reason.
dance. Maybe he wants
No.
to go and dance.
He played the game for a reason.
He
because
might
loved
want to
it.
go and play
He's lost his love
suburban footy and just enjoy it and not have, skin fold tests every week.
Yeah.
Like maybe he just...
Staying on the edge is where it's at, Nat. Living your life on the edge.
Not for
is where
everyone,
it's at.
Sean.
No
Not for
way,
everyone.
Sean.
Well,
It is.
it's
Swear to
not for
live,
him.
mate.
It's not
Swear to
for
live.
him. Leave him
Swear to live,
alone.
mate.
He doesn't want to play his stupid game.
He's been a professional sportsman, and
Yeah.
in time he'll want to come back to the game.
No, he won't.
He will.
You don't
He will.
know that.
Well, then why don't you tell him how this afternoon you're going to check out mobility scooters? And maybe he'll go, I've made the right decision.
He'll feel a bit better about it. I'm sure he feels
Oh, you
pretty
got me on
good
the side
about
note
it.
again. We're joined by West Coast Eagles Premiership player Will Schofield. He's the KFC SuperCoach AFL Ambassador
Did
this
he
year.
bring a
he's come
cheeky
in
bucket
here-
in with him or what?
He's coming here teeing off about the radio station straight
it's
off.
not
So we're a
that
bit off.
impressive.
We're a bit off guard.
So, Scully, what did you say?
I said, what a magnificent building. I'm so impressed.
No,
a
I said
radio
to-
station that Kings would only be in.
I said, well, what do you think about this? And he goes, it's just another radio station, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Bit of blue tack
How
around.
long was your football career for?
14 years, and I'm just another footballer, to be honest. If we're describing things and how they look.
Yep.
If you describe it as a footballer, it'd be like,
No,
oh,
mate.
it's
You
like-
could be the poster boy for Jim's mowing. No, you've never been in Nova your entire football career.
That's the comment I made. Like I was here 15 years.
Well,
never,
that's
not
Masto.
one invite.
Masto kind
Yeah,
of monopolised
Masto,
it
yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
No,
We
no.
had
When he used to come in here, right, I used to listen to you guys when Masto was on, right?
Oh, but
only when
all the
Masto-
time,
not
all the time,
anymore.
all the time, all the time. He used to be in here jingling his keys around
Yeah.
and be
Yeah.
twirling this.
He was always
Can I
doodling
tell you what he'd
rude
do?
things
He's a
on the
fidgeter.
paper.
He'd always grab my paper and draw 1,000 doodles on it.
We don't mean
I was sitting next to him in a
doodles, we
footy
mean
club
doodles.
for 15 years. I know. It was all over my journals and things
I
like that. The football
know. It's
club.
just the same. We got very good at it, didn't he?
Yeah, correct.
Scully, on that, we also had Luke Shuey, who started off
Yeah, back
here
in the day.
for a short time. And when we had this, this witch doctor lady who came in.
She was a white feathered witch or something.
Because he kept getting injured right
Yeah.
at the time, so we thought this would help. So she
Yes.
came in and did this
Yeah,
thing around
but
him.
we
She's
didn't
got-
realise.
she's gone well then, hasn't she?
So we didn't realise, right? So we just thought this witch is going to come in and
30
it'll be a
seconds,
bit
wave
funny.
some
Anyway,
feathers around.
next minute she's covered him in smoke and she's throwing chicken blood in his face and everything like that. And you can just tell, and it's going forever. And he's just so awkward. Anyway, what happened afterwards, Shaun?
Well, he never came back the following year. And we lost him. All of a sudden, we know that he went to an opposition radio. So
and met his wife. So yeah.
I was fines master at the football club, and I believe. Look, if my memory serves me correct, I think he and Ryan Crowley did a love song ballad together.
Yes.
And it had to be removed. There was a few things on social media. The club wasn't happy, and I got the audio and I played it in fines for around 12 months.
Oh, did
every,
you?
every single fine session.
I love it.
Like, I will always love you, or it was like for Valentine's Day or something. It was crazy. Does that sound right?
Yeah, it does.
No, it sounds very wrong. That's what
Yeah.
it sounds like.
Now, of course, we've got the governor who's part of our team as of
Yes.
a couple of seasons now. How do you feel about the governor?
Oh, I feel great about the governor.
Well,
he's in my
he's in the
SuperCoach team. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
why I'm here. But he's in my.
But he's
SuperCoach
expensive. So do you got to look for someone else?
Team. Yeah, but he's good. That's why he's
He is.
expensive. You know how things work. If you pay money, you get
Yeah.
the best.
It's
So,
got pretty brittle ribs though.
yeah,
How do
but
you...
there's a couple of he's dishing out rib break. He broke Travis Boak's pretty much spine on the
Yeah.
weekend in the preseason game.
Yeah, smashed him, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely smashed him. So, yeah, Gov's in. We've got a couple of bargains. Nat Fife's in my team. Elliot Yo's in my team. These sorts of guys, you got to get them in. I'm
They're
very
not
West
bargains, though,
Australian
obviously.
biased.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
How
do
much
love my
time do you
footy.
put into SuperCoach? Because you see people who just really pour over it and it is the focus of their week. Is that you?
I've been playing another type of fantasy football for about 15 years,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh, who'd you date?
Something
Out of the
it's a name that I cannot say. But now I'm over at SuperCoach.
Yeah.
Right.
Ambassador for SuperCoach.
I'm just putting all of my time and effort over into SuperCoach.
Yeah.
So how long do I
So that
spend?
was that other fantasy friend. I'll say it's from Pornhub.
It was just all feet. It was amazing.
And the things he has them doing on that football field, Shaun, is unbelievable.
I've seen
Very
some of them. Scully, one of the great questions I want to ask you is that
We'll decide if it's
being sponsored by KFC, is this unlimited food that you can grasp onto at some stage going through a drive-through?
I mean, how do I look? Do I look?
No, you haven't looked like you've attacked the full Zinger burger.
I've
No,
got
you look
scenario.
spelt.
I've got to be honest. So over my podcast back chat with Shawnee Max being on one of our
Yeah.
great episodes.
I wouldn't
last
know. I
year.
haven't been
It's great.
invited.
Yeah,
Anyway, keep going.
interesting.
You've got to play sport to get on there, mate.
Very
I played
interesting.
volleyball in high school, so.
Hey, you want to come on? I'll interview. Don't worry about that.
He's got another great story about a gym.
Yeah, correct.
Oh, yeah.
Back chat's doing fat chat at the moment, right? So I've had a good look at myself on the scales, not looking good, right? So I used to play at about 97, 98 kilos.
What are you now?
And that's carbo loaded.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
108 about 3 weeks ago. So I was 10 kilos over my
So you
playing
put on
weight.
more
You're
muscle.
tall.
Is that what you're
muscle,
saying?
correct.
All muscle.
KFC muscle.
Yes.
But fat chat, we just talk about how bloody hard it is to keep weight off in this real life that you don't get paid to
And you
keep
want Shaun
weight
to
off
come
like
back
he was
on
an
that
AFL.
again, is what
Well,
we're saying?
No. All I'm saying is KFC has been very good to me over the last 6 months or so, and I'm doing my best. I've lost 5 kilos in 3 weeks.
Oh, well
That's
done.
great. But it's really great to hear you got a great relationship with KFC. Weird that you didn't come in with any. Is that not strange?
That's
Thought it was a bit
strange.
early.
That's
Thought it was a
strange.
bit
No,
early.
not
Are
for
you
us.
joking?
This is like lunchtime for us.
Are
so.
you? We'll smash 7 Zinger burgers right now, right in your face, and I'll drink a bucket of their gravy. I'll pour it over your head like Gatorade in
How
a
good's
sporting
gravy?
challenge.
Gravy's
Oh,
the best.
gravy.
Potato and gravy at KFC used to be go to every time. I could just go down there and just get a large potato and gravy and just knock that off with those plastic spoons.
Easy done.
Hey, I want to know how much putting on weight after the game gets in your head, because Shaun does a thing called cry eating. So
And secret eating as well, just quietly.
So he's a secret eater, he's a cry eater. So he'll eat something and then he'll run around the block crying.
Yes.
I flog myself.
to-
No, that's a different thing.
That's the Pornhub fantasy stuff. Look, I think it's bloody hard.
Yeah.
I think it's
You know
hard.
why? You know why?
Well, because I'm not getting paid to exercise
And not
anymore.
just that,
Yeah.
not just that. This is, and I've worked it out, which is why it's quite detrimental to athletes, is because you guys have had athletes' bodies where everyone's going, oh,
100%.
God, look how amazing
100%.
they look. And then for you not to have it, everyone will always look at you and go, oh, that's not panned out too well, has it?
I have to
Whereas to have never had an athlete's body, I'm only going to
You're all
ever look
good.
better.
Yeah, cool. Oh, you have to ask my wife about the athlete's body. I don't know if I've ever been that ripped guy walking around the club. I've never been Shaun McManus. I've never done that.
No, because you've got a premiership.
Oh my God! holy moly!
That was a low one, but accurate.
brutal.
Yeah, that
I
was.
mean, if we're talking about West Coast and Fremantle's chances this year, though, you would say Fremantle has a better chance of winning a premiership
Oh, you
this
would-
year. Than
Well,
Yeah.
You, over the last couple of years,
You would say so.
I would think that it was going to be a tough year for West Coast, but a lot of people are up and about over the fact that a lot of their experienced players are available, and they've got some young blood coming through. So where do you sit? You've had a
West Coast will play finals.
That's a big call.
No,
I reckon, Scott.
West Coast will play finals. They've got
This year? You're talking about this year?
Oh yeah, this. Oh, no, at some point in time, in the next couple of decades. No, they've got 12 new players back in their side. They've got 6 guys, all Australians, best and fairest, that played under 10 games, and
Yeah.
they've got new guys. They're just a new team. You can't actually look at last year. Fremantle, on the other hand, they'll be top 4. They'll challenge for a premiership. Flag mantle. That's real. Flag mantle. That's real.
You're
Really?
Mate.
dusting it off again.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or are you doing what lots of West Coast people like to do and just sort of build up their hopes and then wait for them to crash?
I've actually got lots of merch at home that we made a lot of flag mantle merch last year.
Oh, trying to flog it off.
You need to get going.
Hey, how's your business going?
Good. Backchat is my business. That's my podcast. And I'm full-time media now, so working across Fox Footy and interviewing greats of the game over here in WA. It's been good.
Was that hard to carve out what you're going to do after football?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was doing podcasts when I was playing footy, which doesn't make a lot of money as a footballer because you're getting paid to play football. So
Yeah.
sort of make money and make a living out of it, you got to grind pretty hard with sponsors and getting the right people on. And we've got a decent team behind us doing stuff with Backchat now. But kind of, you look around media, right? You guys are, I think. You're probably the only people in the entirety of the media world that just do one type of media. If you look across media,
You can download our podcast.
Even the best football callers in the business, Brian Taylor, they write articles. They're on TV. There's like TV.
I've got a
radio.
column in the Sunday Times. Settle down.
There we go.
For the rest of us, we haven't been asked to do anything.
It's a compliment to you guys. Like I think media is brutal. Like there's not many
media's-
jobs going
it's
out
fickle.
there.
Yeah.
You just do radio, or you just do newspaper, or you just do TV.
To do it for a while as well.
I wrote 120 articles last year for Code Sports because I was trying to get paid.
Yeah.
Doing,
Wow.
writing and then podcasts.
Do you get paid per word or paid per article?
No comment. I don't know. No, per article.
Yeah, there's usually a
I
word rate that
submitted
equates,
submitted a couple of 3-word articles. Got paid.
30 cents is
that. I will
amazing.
Schofield.
That's I've got nothing.
Kick it forward.
Because you were involved with Masto selling booze for a
Yeah,
while, weren't
Yeah,
you?
we'll sell Heroes and Comrades.
Yes.
We had coffee cheaters, which you guys
Yes,
across the ground.
mate.
Mate, we need to bring coffee cheaters
Coffee
back.
cheaters
Yeah.
is a big deal, wasn't
Well,
it?
we got you up
was
to
all time.
10,000 and then
Correct.
you basically
And then
all
you
abandoned
bailed.
it.
I didn't bail.
You did.
Maston tried to take over, and he's not
yeah.
he's not the guy that was running it.
He's not a natural leader, is that what you're saying?
No, he's a leader, but he was the guy. He was the
No.
hype guy, but then he tried to be
Was.
the skipper.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Okay, so JK was the first.
Kennedy was
Yeah.
He was out, though.
Kennedy
he ended up-
sucked it up.
Yeah, he sucked
Yeah.
it up.
Right,
That's
so
right.
Josh Kennedy came in one day, so I can't do this anymore. So what? Can't come to coffee once
Yeah,
a
it's
week.
too
with
much
your
of a
mates.
commitment.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got a
seriously.
family.
He came in and he was upset with the abuse. It was, because I don't know if you remember, but
Yes,
we used to
if you went
pick
to a bad
venue
place.
and
Yes.
you'd get absolutely ripped shreds.
Yes,
Yeah.
and if somebody approached you that was points off.
And
and
he came in and he was almost in tears one day. He was like, can't do this anymore. Can't handle the pressure. Can't do it. So Kennedy was gone. Steve Armstrong,
Yep.
Sam Butler, Chris Marston, myself. I've still got my key ring. I've got my key ring on my keys.
Oh, wow.
So we got the coffee cheaters. got the
Yes,
OG
OG.
double star, which means I'm an OG coffee
Yeah.
member. Double
Yes.
star is a double legend status on
Yes.
Coffee Cheaters. Jeez, guys, you've
Can I
had
say-
memories
I'll
flooding.
tell you
back to
what,
me.
I remember
might need
one.
to come back.
I remember one of the ones that Masto ripped this place a new bumhole was because of a plant.
Yeah,
Yes.
They had there was something wrong with a
Very
plant.
fickle, mate. It was fickle.
There were a lot of reasons to dismiss.
Correct.
There. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I've been. I'm in full time media now, and people ask, "What are you doing for a living?" And I just talk.
Yeah.
SHIT.
Yes, same.
I just talk SHIT on all platforms.
That's all we do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
good.
well. Does well.
Go before we let you go because we've got to get to the news.
Yes.
Give us a couple of players that we can bits of gold, a couple of nuggets
Good
out
value.
there people can chuck into their
Right,
Supercoach
so the
team.
good value guys in Western Australia, right?
Right.
Yep.
Elliot Yeo,
Right.
Nat Fife,
Yeah.
Oscar Allen.
Yeah,
Right, people
Oscar
forget
Allen.
about
They're
him.
good value,
Yeah.
are they?
Yeah, those guys are bargain
Yeah.
buys.
Weirdly enough,
Wow.
Peter Allen.
Love them,
Which one's Peter Allen? Is that the potato guys that used to sing about potatoes and stuff?
No, no,
I
no.
go to
he's
Rio.
He's the boy from Oz.
Oh, right.
When
I
my
still
baby
recall the stress.
smiles at me, I go to Rio de Janeiro.
Tom Cole is a
Tom
bargain.
Cole?
Oh,
and
yeah, Tommy, yeah.
Dom Sheed. Dom Sheed will play every game in the midfield. So there's
Yes.
a lot of West Coast bargains because they were crap last year, right?
Yeah, sure.
Fremantle. You got set and forget guys like Andy Brayshaw.
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
get him in your team.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
put him in your team. And a couple of point of difference guys. So guys that people might not have. And I'm very West Australian focused here.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I thought,
yeah,
well,
cool.
we are in Perth. Nick Nananui, Shaun Darcy, the two ruckmen.
Yeah.
I think both of those guys could have very big years this year.
All
and
Australian
not many
years.
people could have.
I don't know about Nick.
Nick's got to get on the park.
Yeah.
Nick's got to get on the park. But in fairness to West Coast, there's no other ruckman at West Coast. So if Nick's playing, he's playing.
He's playing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Supercoach.com.au. It's free to play. 50k up for grabs.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Zinger Burgers left, right, and centre.
Can I win the 50k?
Yeah,
not?
sure, why not?
I feel
not?
like I should be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
We're,
I
we're
think
not
so.
allowed to win anything here.
We're not winning.
Bill
anything.
You don't get the prize.
Schofield.
We don't even get tickets to go to concerts. We get nothing.
That's a lie. I've seen you at
No,
concerts.
bunyo. By the way, you're actually really good at this. Do you want to come back, or is the radio station too bland for you?
No, I love the radio station. It's good.
All right.
It's a
I was
show.
at
It's a
Backstreet-
show.
I love the show too. I listen all the time. I was at Backstreet Boys on the weekend. It was
how
one of
was
the
that?
if you're talking about concerts, one of the great concerts of all time.
Really?
I absolutely.
Because sometimes it gets sad when you see people on the decline.
If you are not man enough to put your hand up and say, I love Backstreet Boys,
Yeah.
I know every word, so I want it that way.
Yeah. Backstreet's
Yeah.
back all right.
Bit of honesty.
would-
About
mate.
time we heard some on this show.
Yeah, correct. Correct. Anyway, Supercoach, get involved.
Supercoach Ambassador, Will Schofield, everybody.
Everybody!
Shaun Sport is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.